Again, excited for daytime basketball. Was watching a little bit of that here this afternoon. So yeah, big day here tonight yet.
Yeah, Arch Madness in action. I don't know if
Right.
that went over, but the trend was always under with these Arch Madness games in this tournament. I didn't catch the final.
It
Actually, I
ended
think it way
over
under,
so
right?
far.
Yeah, it did. Where
Both
did it go?
over.
It went over. Went over.
Both
Okay, so
over.
that trend didn't follow here with these Arch Madness unders in the early rounds, or actually the whole tournament. So over today in this one. All right, so we go to AAC action as Houston here hosts Wichita State. Houston but laying a bundle here, 16 and a half. Total is 133 and a half.
Right. So the Shockers now are winners of the last three of four. They gave Houston a little bit of trouble here last time out. Houston only came away with a 9-point victory, 70-61. The Cougars, on the other hand, riding a huge winning streak here again, and will arguably probably be the best, number one seed here in the tournament. Houston doesn't have like the greatest strength of schedule, right? But still, they have the fifth best adjusted defensive numbers, and no matter who they play, they're still sitting 40th in effective field goal percentage. So that's still not bad. I always equate it to like Barry Bonds, right? I mean, maybe on steroids, but he still has to go out there and hit the ball every time. And these guys just continually go ahead and put up those large numbers here. They also have are 17th in the nation in turnover margin and fourth in the nation in rebounding. Wichita State here, on the other hand, their defense just not so hot, 249th in turnovers and 187th in rebounding. But they play pretty decent defense, 143rd in the nation in effective efficiency here. I mean, I think there's no doubt that Houston's going to win this game, but I really don't want to have much to do with the 16 and a half, point spread here. So I'm going to take a look at the total, Tony. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take, oh, what did I pick? Over the total. I couldn't read my handwriting there for a second. And I tell you, I'm like a little bit absent minded as we were talking about those totals here before this. But I am going to go over the total of 133 and a half. I actually have this modeled out as high as 146, even though maybe the math is going to be a little bit different when it comes out. I think it's going to be more realistic to be somewhere between a 3 to 7 point game here. I mean, it did go under the total last time, that 71-61 of 121, but I think it's a little bit different here with how each of these teams are playing here right now.
All right, so Mindy here, Wichita State and Houston over 133 and a half. And of course, Houston's a team you just can't go blindly under with because they play that great defense. But if they face a team that's lacking good defensive skill, they've been able to run the totals up. We've seen them put up over 80 points in conference games, and recently is 89 there on Tulane.
Well, exactly, right. I mean, that's the thing with Houston is that they've been really consistent all season long. So it doesn't matter which of these, buckets that I look at, if it's, home and away, they still average about, 76 points. If it's even season long, they average about 76 points. And then on their rolling average, maybe a little bit more like 79 points. So, I mean, they're pretty steady. So Wichita State is the one I'm a little bit concerned about, right? Because it's a little bit different for them with where their buckets have kind of set all season. They've continually gotten better and better and better. And so I think that's why these efficiencies numbers show this as probably more of a little bit over game, expecting them to do better here on offense, right? I wrote down some of those numbers here. So Wichita State, on average, they were scoring 68 points. On the away court, 70. And then if they look at their rolling average here during conference play, it's almost close to 80. So I think with that, plus, as I said, if you can't rebound, you're not going to get those second chance points. Houston's going to be able to take advantage of that. Also, if you're turning the ball over, Houston's going to go ahead and do a lot of fast breaks here, I think, in this one as well. So I'm expecting better than average scoring here from Wichita State. I'm expecting a lot of turnovers, a little bit of messy game. That's why I think it can get better than that 121 of that last 70-61 outing.
Yeah, they're giving up. Wichita State giving up 37% from three in conference. They don't force turnovers defensively. Usually, when you don't force turnovers, because you're giving up too much space to the opposition. Wichita State and Houston over 133 and a half. This one to have a start time here of 7 Eastern time. All right, Mindy, let's go over at Tony'sPicks.com where you've been on absolute fire, approaching nearly 6,000 units of profit for 2023. That's the first 2 months of this year, guys. That's amazing performance based on a $100 wager. Just like the rest of the multi-capper sites, they base their leaderboards based on $100 a wager, and we do the same thing. Of course, and tonight we've got lots of action here on from college basketball. Lots of tournaments. Sun Belt continuing their tournaments. We've got Arch Madness as well. Major conferences action as well here. Yeah, I think we have some smaller conferences all the way down to the WCC at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Pacific game is also on tonight. So what do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
Well, I have 5 games in college basketball here today. Had some few leans here, this morning. Never made any of those plays, but Ramon's out to an early start. Already went 2-0 with Troy coming up here next. So as he was talking earlier, congrats to everyone that purchased his package and won yet this morning. But yeah, I feel like we're going to have another really busy day in college action here. And then, of course, we can't forget about the 4 games in the NBA. I already have 2 that are locked in there. And then, of course, Ramon and I came out with this huge, giant 7-pack in the NHL today via the morning steam. So we have a 7-game package there. So I only have personally 1 game. I put that in there as my guaranteed best bet of the night, the $15 purchase on that one. So yeah, we have a lot of action here. So for me, I'm looking at about 8 games, which is what I had last night, still off of a winning night. So make sure you pick up these packages. And then, of course, look for something a little bit long-term. We kind of discussed to people on the morning steam, we're wondering how to pick up some of these packages or kind of how they work. And, we're talking about getting something a little bit longer term because your per unit play, right? And so your fee that you pay us in order to, increase that bankroll throughout this time here going into March Madness. If you go ahead and purchase something longer term, you can make a larger profit yourself. So really look into getting something a little bit longer term here. Make sure you use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Again, everything that you can do to keep that cash there in your pocket will be to your benefit. So I think we have a little bit of everything out there today, depending on what you're looking for. If you're looking for something just for today, maybe a 1 play. I also put out the plays, the late night game. So stuff that starts at 8 p.m. Central, my time. So you can go ahead and pick up something for the late night plays too, if you've run out of Ramon's plays here in the morning. So you can go ahead and check out quite a few different plays and packages, all by some of the best handicappers in the nation here at Tony'sPicks.com.
That's right. Again, we're with Mindy Hahne over at Tony'sPicks.com. We'll flash the numbers again. You guys can see this is impressive over for the first 2 months of 2023. 5,938 units of profit. That's all documented. You can verify that by going to Mindy's handicapper page. Going down to pick history, you'll see that everything's there on the up and up. Mindy tonight on the board here. Late money maker here. 3-pack up on the board here. Mixing hockey and basketball. Of course, lots of plays up there. Lots of 3-packs. Of course, he's covering different time frames here. Late night as well from College Hoops. A best bet on the board from late night. Also in there with a 5-pack from College Hoops in action there from Mindy Hahne. Get on board. As you can see the numbers, fantastic results here from Mindy here up on the board right now. We see 6-pack, 7-pack in there. There's lots going on right now in a 3-pack. Actually 3 picks, yes. 3 picks up there. 5-pack in here from College Hoops. And of course that best bet on the board right now from Mindy in that late night game. So guys, get on board now. Instead of buying these plays all individually, your best value, as we've talked about, is the longer term pass. And the way Mindy's running, I've always talked about this, the 30-day all sports pass to get all Mindy premium plays here for 30 days. And what's covered there? Well, all her NHL, all her NBA. MLB is also included because baseball starts end of the month, so some baseball in there as well. I don't know, actually not from Mindy. No, Mindy waits a week.
No,
she's a data girl, so she's got to wait.
Data. So as you can tell, I gain data, I keep grabbing it, and now we're rolling. So yeah, that's how it kind of works for me. I
think we got to wait about 7 to 10 days from baseball from Mindy, but it's all right. There's enough basketball out there for you anyways, right? So what's covered also in College Hoops is now with that 30-day, you'll get through the Final Four. So all that's left is the championship game. So the 30-day pass will get you all the way to the Final Four when this NCAA tournament dwindles down to 2 teams. So lots of coverage. Conference tournament action, the regular season that's still going on some of the conferences. The NCAA tournament all the way to the end of the Final Four. And all that's left is the championship game. And of course, then you have also the minor tournaments, your NIT, your CBI, and the Basketball Classic is also covered as well. Lots of coverage there with that 1 month pass. Will save you $66 when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, and of course, get signed up. Then you'll land right on Mindy's page, and then go ahead and get signed up because she's been on absolute fire. You guys have seen the numbers and there, so just get signed up to her long-term passes. All right, Mindy. We'll also put together a tour account for you over at Tony's Picks Mindy. Also, we've got on the board as well the Morning Steam Show. That's another one in the archive, and you'll take your day off tomorrow, and then come back here on Saturday. And of course, they can find your program, the product, the show list as well over on the Discord.
Yeah, Mindy gets sleepy towards the end of the week, so I need my rest. I need to get rejuvenated for the long 6-day stretch there. So looking forward to a little bit of rest tomorrow, but you can always find us in the Discord. You can ask us any questions there. We don't mind answering. That's what we're there for. It's, a full-time chat board. And of course, then, we're talking about maybe having the biggest day ever here on the Morning Steam. We're trying to rally the troops. But of course, when we were, maybe discussing that, via Blake, he was putting that together for us. We, of course, got the record here today. So we had 119 live viewers with us. So we think that's going to continue to grow and grow and grow. And we're really excited about that. So may even get there again here on Saturday. So make sure you are there Saturday, 8 a.m. Central, where we'll go over the biggest games here in the NCAA college basketball. Usually about 5 to 7 games there. We can also do games by request. So in the Discord, I'll do the lineup for the next day. So you can definitely go ahead and put your requests in the Discord. We will do sometimes a lot of, live. We'll go ahead and give you our leans, but we can do a lot more work if we know the plays ahead of time as well, rather than doing it on the fly. But either way, we don't mind. We're here to help out. We're here to give you the information. We're here to give you stuff to go ahead and do your due diligence. We know that you guys are coming with your plays, seeing what we think about as consensus, and then all you're doing is winning right now. So everyone in the chat room, we saw some people winning at a couple grand. We saw like 7-team parlays. 3-team parlays. Everyone's been winning. It's a great community. Hope you'll all join. Hope you'll all be there. Come and hang out with a lot of like-minded folks while you drink your coffee in the morning. And then you can also find me on Twitter. You can also find Ramon on Twitter, Tiffany on Twitter, and Ben on Twitter. So you can get even more free plays, usually 1 to 2. Mine is out there in college basketball. I know Tiffany's is in the NBA. So you can even get more free picks here today. So get out there right now at Tony's Picks Mindy. Go ahead and follow. Click on the bell to get the notifications because you never want to miss out on more free plays at Tony'sPicks.com.
That's right, guys. Check out Mindy there on Tony's Picks. Mindy, and of course, the Discord is hopping up there, guys. So make sure you check her out there. Right. A lot of content on the Discord, and of course, the Twitter is where you want to check it out. Of course, the long-term passes, go ahead and get signed up. All right, Mindy, it's always great having you show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Perfect. We'll see you then. Bye.
You got it. Mindy.